traveled all over, Russia and Asia and India and I mean everywhere. Wow, and ended up in LA
in
now.
LA.
And so, how many years have you been in Los Angeles now?
I've been here, I think almost 6 years now.
Okay.
Almost 6 years. Yeah.
And so, what's your routine? You still meditate? You teach yoga, right? And you teach meditation and yoga,
Teach.
which is the whole practice in a way, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I basically teach same thing what I learn. Obviously, I use physical medium to. I teach asanas, physical exercise, right? And but the way how uh, I choose,
To access those brain waves, right?
yeah, and I choose certain teachers
mindset.
to train myself in a physical practice that focus a lot on details, because I feel like, because I was never really athletic person,
Mm.
you know, it's not really like I like physical activity, but I'm not really like, like wake up and run
Have you
and
ever checked out TACFit?
not yet, but
Oh
I'm
man.
looking forward to
Oh man.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to
Okay,
try.
we're gonna do a class together.
So I'm not really athletic person,
Mhm.
and that's why I learn asana or physical exercise with teachers that who focus on details and little adjustment, little movements,
Technique.
contraction, expansion, and outer rotation, and how to balance them together, pressure.
Mhm.
This is what interested me most, because
Technique,
yeah,
details.
yeah, because for
Good. They were
example,
smart. Good technique.
because for example,
Intelligence.
in Bhagavad Gita, which is one of the texts in yoga,
Mm.
Krishna teaches that I'm a skill in action.
Mm.
It's like the focus on action, especially in the beginning, our retention is really little. So let's say I squeeze my fist and I focus on that type of retention or hold and contraction, but it's really hard to stay with that contraction for too long.
Mm.
So over a period of time, with the practice, that retention grows, right? And but those little details helps to hold your attention, to
Yeah.
keep you more
Yeah.
focused,
Yeah.
and then slowly increase that for a longer period of time, where you're able to stay focused, just without any kind of distraction, like being
The movement helps you connect.
yeah,
Keep the focus. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's something that I do, and I use that those little techniques as a way to start concentrating, meditating, mindfulness training, and then also I bring little philosophical ideas to reflect as we use our physical body, so that uh, it gives a little bit taste of larger yoga rather than just a physical movement. And yeah.
What? How do you compare Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a physical practice?
You know, when it was a tough move here. For first 5 years in
Mm.
LA, it was the hardest, I think, move that I ever experienced in my life. Because when
Different culture, different way of life.
it's mostly like because when I was traveling as a teenager and then young adult, I was a single as well, so life was a little bit much more simpler. And
Mm.
like if you, for example, if you have little money and don't have a job yet, you can always figure it out. Excuse me, within certain period of time, you will find your way out without too much stress, right? And but now there's being married and there's more responsibilities
Mm.
coming to LA. Like you have to own
Money and things like that.
car
Yeah.
and house mortgage. There's so much more to think. And as a yoga teacher, to get into the yoga um, world here, it's not easy,
Mm.
right? And it's not like you have resume you give to yoga
Mm.
studios and they will accept you. It's
Right.
more based like,
Especially somebody with your background.
yeah, and it's also yoga world based. Like if someone knows you,
Mm.
and then community knows you, and slowly,
Relationships. Yeah.
and slowly they trust you, they invite you, and then maybe you're able to create community around your teaching, and maybe you would able to support yourself doing that.